Hi, I'm Jim Hodge, pastor of the Aldersgate United Methodist Church. Happy New Year, and welcome to this edition of Sequestered Spirituality. In January, we'll be talking about the pandemic we've been living through, all of the hardships and the opportunities we're facing, learning to live life differently, and yet at the same time, entertaining new ways to be in connection with one another and in ministry with one another. That's what I'd like to share with you today. An opportunity that is becoming a ministry in our congregation. It's called Hand to Hand. And here's a couple people you may already know who can fill you in on it.
Hello, I'm Elaine Biggie, and I'm here with Eileen Van Horn, and we're going to be packaging snacks, 4 snacks to a baggie, for a program called Hand to Hand. We're going to be giving these to kids who are at risk for hunger over weekends. You can see in front of me, we have a lot of different snacks. All of these have been donated by you, people in our church. Eileen will be packing, I guess, applesauce, and what were you doing, Eileen? Fruit snacks this morning. And I'll be packing up some pretzels and so forth, just so we get 4 snacks in every baggie.
When we were doing our sermons, studies on taking church to the community, I was part of a small group that met on Mondays, and on our last meeting, about a half hour before the meeting, I had something that said, look into hand to hand. I mean, I can't say I heard a voice, but I think God definitely put that idea in my head. So I called them and asked for information, and then at our meeting I presented that information. I had been told that the high school was the only school in the Northview district that they did not have a church partner for, and that the staff at Hand to Hand had been praying to get a church partner, and of course they're basically right in our front yard. So the group thought that it was something that Aldersgate could do, and definitely would be with our taking church into the community. A little bit about Hand to Hand. They provide food to students who are identified by the school system as probably going hungry over the weekend, where there's family does not have enough food to feed them. They work in West Michigan. They currently are serving 8,000 plus students. They work with 219 schools. They have 122 church partners to serve those schools, and they're in 36 school districts in West Michigan. I sent all the information to Matt Alvin for the Vision Leadership Board, and also to Pastor Jim. Matt and I, talked more about it, and he shared the information with the Vision Leadership Board. Jody, the growth coordinator, Zoomed with our VLB about the program, and they thought it was a great way of taking church to the community where we live. We got the approval to start working on it and collecting. So we are currently partnering actually with 4 different churches rather than being on our own doing this. Our original intent was to serve the high school, but because of the COVID and the school schedule right now, with the kids only being there either Monday and Tuesday or Thursday and Friday, the high school has enough to deal with. They did not want to work with this right now. So hopefully in the fall, things will be a little bit better. And so we're kind of getting our feet wet right now by doing this as a partner with the 4 other churches who are taking care of the elementary schools. And then in the fall, we hopefully will take on the high school.
I'd like to thank Eileen and Elaine for sharing the basics of what Hand to Hand is with us, and for their work in getting things rolling for us with this new ministry. I also want to encourage you to support the ministry through your prayers and your generous participation. Living through this pandemic has brought on a lot of losses. That's true, yes, and many reasons really to be sorrowful. But it's also brought us some new and wonderful opportunities to be the body of Christ for others. Stay safe, be well.